Good evening everybody, welcome to IndyILR Racing here for the Italian Grand Prix night here for ILR8. And now, I just want to get one thing out of the way quickly. I'm not 100% sure if my timer is correct or not, because I had it last week in ILR1 I think, and I'm pretty sure when I joined the lobby there was only like 17.5 minutes to go, and that doesn't make any sense. So just before anyone mentions it, time might be a bit doolally, but anyway, I'm with Content 01, welcome along. We're here to watch people try not to have horrendous accidents around the Temple of Speed, the fastest track on the F1 calendar, which hopefully will provide us with some stunning lap times throughout this night of racing. Of course, we've got 6 tiers tonight, all the way from ILR1 to ILR8. Yes, I know that sounds a bit odd, but there's no ILR2 or ILR3 anymore, because that's what ILR1 is ILR1, 2 and 3. And that'll be at 8 o'clock, but now we've got ILR8 to occupy us with for now. And yeah, watching Moras as he does his first lap. He was the first guy out of the pit, so we'll follow him around. I know there's people on the softs, but listen, it's early stages. If anyone's going to set their pole lap now, then there's something wrong. Now, something the drivers have been sort of looking at a bit in this tier, mainly Jacko's idea, is a bit of a NASCAR system. Now, I know it's not got any real bearing on the real challenge, but we haven't really got many race pointers to look over in qualifying, so I thought instead we'd talk about this. It's not going to take too long to talk about, but this is the last race before the playoffs, in inverted commas, because obviously it's not real, but you know, still, last race before the ILR8 version of the playoffs. If anyone's watched NASCAR before, I haven't, but I sort of know. 10 people go through into this, and we already, I think, know 8 of the people who are going through as Moras sets his time. It's Farias coming around the last corner. Let's try and catch someone near the start of a lap, because this might take a while to explain. So currently, we've got Jimmy, Chris, Basil, Cameron, Babu, Dexter, Beesman, Murdoch and Jacko through to the playoffs at the moment. Yeah! There are 8, and there's still 2 more to go in tonight, and I think there's a few candidates. We've got, I think, Jess, Speedwood, Lance, Pro, Batudai and Brandon, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah. I think we'll explain a bit more about it next week, but basically what's going to happen, you're going to go into next week, and everyone's going to be looking at this whole NASCAR thing. I'm going to make it a bit of a weekly update now, because I think it's something that'll be quite interesting, because by the time we get to Abu Dhabi, there might not only be a driver's title on the line, there might also be a NASCAR fake title on the line, and it'll be between the top 4 in the championship, or that particular championship. It might be slightly different to the way it is here, because the points are different, but yeah, just something I thought I'd bring up. I might not go into full detail, but all I can say is that the winner for the NASCAR point system will get 20 points, and they'll go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that's just something I thought I'd mention there, as Norwich goes fastest into the 1 minute 19s. Be interested to see if anyone can get into the 1 minute 18s. It might not be something this tier's able to do, but we'll find out. Probably more going to be an ILR1 thing, but still. Anyway, Jacko's ones to watch. We do still have that, we just don't have any race pointers though. If I can get it up, that is. Have we got Science in the lobby? I don't know where Science is, actually. I need to try and figure out where he is. Is he there? I forgot what his name is. He might be Gaming Ken, actually, who's replacing Champ Leader Splinter. He is here, looking to show the pace. I think he was pretty decent when we last saw him, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tonight. And then we've got Moore and James back in the car this week, and looking to go one better, and he's out in Hungary picking up a race win, which I missed. That would have been nice to watch. He's currently, I think, 5th at the moment, but yeah, speaking of those challenge stallions, as I said, Splinter's not here. He's only got a 12-point chance to lead to his teammate Straw Blonde, so that means if Straw Blonde can finish 4th or better, he'd be equal on points with the fastest lap as well. We'll put him straight on top outright. No one else can go up to the top, and Dexter had a great race last week. He's now in the fight for 3rd, so we'll see if he can get there, because he's only 1 point behind Baza, who himself is 28 points off the top. So that's sort of the way it's looking in the standings, and yeah, a wee teaser for the NASCAR shenanigans. Anyway, hello, nice to see everyone. Welcome along to the stream. Jamie correcting me, saying it's Splinter. We all know who you are. Just, you know, it's easier because your name's wrote down as Jamie, and it's just easier to say. Anyway. And we've got Gavin, we've got Jamie, we've got Carriage. He's wondering what the strategy is. I'm assuming it's going to be soft to medium. I imagine that should be well possible. Some people are probably doing their stuff on mediums just so they aren't going full send with softs, just in case they need tires for the race. I don't really know. But, yeah, we've got a few out there on the softs, like Brandon, who's just gone up to P5. Morris on an out lap, so Monkey Meg. I want to get an onboard lap, because this is a great lap to watch on board. Who's closest to starting one? Murdoch, that's not the line. And he was probably not going to finish that lap anyway. And I think Tudai is the closest to starting lap. He is 19th and last, so we've still got Shabs to join. He's got a quality ban anyway, so there's no point in really being here until the race starts. I think he's been held back anyway, so we'll see him later on. But let's ride on board for a lap around the Temple of Chaos. Yeah, that's what I call it. Don't disagree with me. We all saw Italy qualifying this year. That's as chaotic as it gets. Into the first chicane. You could have broke a lot later there too, and he's missing the apexes still, so maybe lacking a bit of confidence. But out of turn 1 through to turn 2, and now the famous Curva Grande, which I imagine was a lot more of a monstrous corner back in the day. It's a bit like 130R, where it's sort of a bit of a non-existent corner. Second chicane, he was a bit too much to the inside before turning in, and now into the 2 Lesmos. I would make that joke, but there's a lot of people who'd probably be offended by that joke these days, so I'm not going to say it. I'm sure some of you know what joke I'm talking about. Anyway, DRS, Tuna might get a bit of a toe off the car ahead. He's certainly going to try and get a little bit. That was Mr. John. I know the game says he's on a light lap, but there's no possible way he could be on a night lap. And Scary took that okay. I mean, you can take it faster, but still, I'm sure he'll be happy enough with that. Into the final corner. Down to third there, maybe a bit too early on the throttle as well, but now it's a straight blast to the finish line. And it's P14 for Tuesday, 3 seconds off the pace. I won't be watching Norwich City for his lap then, if that's the type of pace that he's setting right now. Here's Dexter with still the best helmet design on the grid. Let's just get that out of the way before we start. Any helmet review this week is out of the way because Dexter's won it already. These guys are going to have to step their game up for Singapore, I think. I want to see some special designs for that. Anyways, Dexter up. He's not up really by anything substantial. He's not up by enough to even, you know, break him in the top 3 or anything. If Mr. John retires in Sector 2, so something's gone wrong for him. But, like, Dexter is just... It's an alright lap, but Norwich City must have just nailed his. Maybe these guys are backing up in the last sector. Let's see how much he'll gain here. No, they're nowhere near. It's nowhere near. It's P2, but it's a second off the pace. Interesting. Is anyone going to challenge that time? We've only got 7 minutes, and that's Murdoch in the wall. And out of qualifying. He's been on the exit of a Ascari, and sadly I caught it on board. Apologies, didn't mean to die. He goes a bit quicker now up to P8. Daniil's out there, starting a lap on the mediums. Interestingly, still people are trying the mediums at this later stage in qualifying. I mean, he's got time to finish the lap, do an in-lap, go in, get out again, and do it on softs, but that's not the best way to go for the first chicane. Gaming King or Science went P2, but it's still not amazing. Here's a driver on the sauce though. That's probably better to look at right now, of Beesma. He probably also hasn't taken a trip through the gravel trap. You can hear an airplane. I was saying this to Jacko yesterday. You can hear an airplane outside. I told him to listen for that, so I hope he was watching. And Beast is an invalidated or something because he's backed off. He must have been listening for the airplane too. Well, let's go back to Daniil then. He's currently 5.5 seconds out of the pace and barely improving, so we might fancy a set of sauce on that, I think. Very nice to start lap as well. He's 4.3 off, so there's plenty of improvement for these guys. And now Daniel's 4.3 off the pace. These guys, there's not many laps going on, is there? I'm surprised by that. Is Beesman going to go again? It looked like he was preparing to. I think he is going to go again. Bit on the grass on the entry there. That could mess you up in braking, but he's okay. In the Ferrari. The home team. Well, at least it was popular home team. In fact, not Racing Point. Alfa Romeo and Toro Rosso are also home teams. And so far, it's Alfa Romeo who are out front, impressing the Italian crowd, at least the Italian teams. You've just got Norwich doing his thing, and is that Daniil off or is that Rob? It was Daniil. But, you know, ignoring the McLaren, you've got Visma trying to get Ferrari's hope up, while Alfa Romeo's already got the Italian fans cheering. Through Sector 2, is he up? Again, just not by enough to get anywhere near Norwich. Like I say, I'm looking forward to seeing Norwich when he goes back out on track again later on. But in towards the final parabolica. Bit too early on the power there. He could have waited just a little bit more, and he had to hesitate as he went out. He's not happy with that one. I thought Rob was doing a lap, but he's not. Baz is pitting. Brandon's about to go for a lap. Norwich just sat in the garage the whole time. Come on, I want to see you do a lap. Please, pretty please. Right, let's see. Shabs is here now, so he will start at the back unless someone gets disqualified. Even at that, actually, I think they'll be alright. Speedwood as well, taking his time, wants to get here soon. I think Mackie there just went to P8, indecisive. So that's highest on medium, and then Straw Blonde goes up as well. A lot of slowing down going there at the end of the pit lane. It is now becoming the real life Italian Grand Prix qualifying. But let's see, Brown through Sector 1 isn't up so far. Has to find just nearly 2.5 seconds to get himself on pole position from this point. That's the challenge that these guys are facing right now. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard, but well, we're seeing the proof. It is pretty difficult as Brandon hits the wall. And oh, he's not gonna have enough time to get back, is he? Well, he might have enough time to get back and out again, but yeah, he's gonna have to floor over half a front wing. Not ideal. Norwich is out there. McMahon in there with some lovely messages. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Are you on something, mate? We're not having more cryptic stuff in chat or weird stuff in chat today. Or like I say, I will turn the McMahon list into a hit list, and you'll be top of the list. In fact, the only name on the list. Right, let's run on board with the apparent master of ILR8 Italy. Let's see how he does it. Nearly hitting 220 there on the way down to turn 1. He's so confident on the brakes and good turning in and decent traction. He just does seem the most confident guy out there today. He's put the practice in. You can tell. Bit slippy slidey through there, but all looking good. There's a car ahead. That could give a bit of slipstream in the last sector depending on how much preparation he does. But so far, Norwich, it looks like a pretty standard lap, but I guess the others just aren't quite able to get into the same rhythm as this at the minute. Bit hesitant there for his Scary, possible corner cut as well. And down towards Parabolica, that'll be a distant tow, if anything. Bit too early on the power, not putting his ERS up at all, and pitting. Here's Gaming King. I don't think this is an ILR actually. I think the game's messing with me again. As Norwich retires, he's had enough. He's confident with where he's at the moment. Monkey Meg's currently P3 now. Dexter to the line. P3. Gaming King. I do think he's on a lap. But we'll wait and find out. I know it says ILR on the screen, but you wouldn't push on an ILR like this. Reminder, I think my timings are a bit doolally, so expect possible mess ups here. I don't really know. There's a lot of retirements happening right now in all three sectors. Are they pushing it too hard? There's a yellow here. I'm not too sure what for, but it's all going on here. Baza needs to get this championship back into his own hands, doesn't he? He's starting to fall a bit off. Straw Blonde as well, looking to get back in championship contention. Let's see where he gets with this lap. I think we should ride on board because this is probably going to be the last one. Checkers are out. Not as late on the brakes as Norwich was into turn 1 there, Straw Blondes, but it's okay. Currently it's P8, but I think that was on a medium, wasn't it? It was, yeah, highest on the mediums. Looks like Indecisive could well be starting in the top 10 with mediums. That will be something interesting to look at. And you can see there, proof is there. And this and Baza are not many more laps. I think Dexter just completed a lap there. Baza goes P3. Moras is down by quite a lot. He's going to pit. No, he's going to finish a lap. Beesman's pitting. I think Straw Blonde's the only one still on a lap. We can't see the sector times because the game's not working. Okay, apparently there wasn't a lap. I didn't see that. I apologise. I don't know who that was. But here comes Straw Blonde into the last corner. Let's see what lap he can do. Can he get on that front row? P4. And I think that's us done. It's difficult to tell. Honestly, I mean, the spectator mode has taken a complete nosedive in recent times. I don't really understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I know it's never exactly the best system, but what I'm noticing recently is it's so much more difficult to follow because the graphics are flat out wrong now. And it's very difficult. So I hope I was able to keep that all in check, but I can't do much about Codemasters' incompetence. And Norwich on pole then, but we sort of suspected that with that first lap was just incredible compared to the rest. Gaming King nearly half a second back in Monza, that's quite a lot. Baz a third, Straub on fourth, Beezer fifth, Dexter sixth, Monkey Meg seventh, Moas eighth, Jacko ninth, and Indecisive on mediums in 10th. And then we got Rob Speed with Two Die, Brandon, Jess, Murdoch, Daniil, Ferry Ellis, Mr. John, and Shabs. Haven't really checked with anyone about the weather, but I imagine if someone's trying to qualify mediums, it would probably be dry. I would hazard a guess. Or it could be just a black screen. It could just be that too. It's a little bit dull, but we'll wait and see if that leads to rain later on. But it is dry for the start. Wait, you do marijuana? What are you, Dutch? Come on, Alfie. Well, what are you trying to say about ILR8? We're good. We aren't gonna have big accidents into turn 1. We don't do turn 1 accidents. Did you not watch Spa last week? ILR8 doesn't like turn 1. It likes anywhere else, pretty much, to have their big accidents. If you didn't see it last week, we saw 4 cars all into the same part of the Radion wall in the exact same way at the exact same time. And yeah, very, very funny. So we'll see if we can get something similar to that today. Well, actually, hopefully we don't. But look out for a scary. Anyway, we've got 27 laps around here, and it is the shortest race of the season by a long shot. I think Japan gets close, but this one is shorter. But yeah, let's quickly just run through the grid again. On board with the drivers: Norwich from Gaming King, Baza, Straw Blonde, Beesma, Dexter, Monkey Meg, Moras, Jacko, Indecisive, Chris Emerald, Speedwood, Tudai, Brandon, Jess, Murdoch, Daniil, Ferry Ellis, Mr. John, and Shabs. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on mediums. They are Indecisive, Tudai, Murdoch, Daniil, Mr. John, and Shabs. This is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see this one because it's Italy, man. Like, most of the game's problems just disappear here. It should hopefully, that was never playing by the way, it should hopefully be a decent one because recently the racing on this game has just seemed to have got worse and worse and worse. But certainly from what I've seen on this track, most of the game's general issues get sort of removed here. So let's see what we've got in store. Jesus. Come on. What are you doing, Shabs? Are you trying to bore me to death? Come on, hurry up. Get round. Quick, 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 quick. We'll be here all day. You never realise how long it actually takes for the grid to line up. Aim before Maldonado causes a pile-up into turn 1. Right, well, I'm going to be here to play the case for it. There's not going to be a big accident. This is ILR8. This is Monza. And I think we're in for a very good race. We've got a full grid of 20. Will this be the first race of the ILR8 season where we get 20 starters and 20 finishers? Let's wait and find out. We're now waiting on some lights. Eventually, somewhere, we've got green flags. I don't know what's taking so long, but here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out, away we go. Looks like the front four got away way before the rest of the grid were even given a chance. They should be home clear into turn 1, but what order will they be in? Because we've got Gaming King on the inside of Norwich. Is he going to risk it into turn 1? He may have no choice. Oh my god. Okay, what the... you know what I said about... Well, this isn't turn 1, this is turn 2. To be fair, right? So... Ignore the car that was sideways and backwards into turn 1. That didn't happen. But okay, we're seeing the field rather shaken up by that. I don't really know how to comment here on that because there was about 6 or 7 cars facing backwards into turn 1 before turn 1. So right, we'll try and figure out who's been caught up. I think all of the championship contenders have been caught up. Oh! Ferry Ellis is taking a lot of spins there. It's caused even more chaos. I mean, as if we didn't need any more, right? We did a bit of off-roading there. Right. Okay, let's try and figure out who's been involved. Jesus Christ. Right. Well, we know Daniil's involved. We saw Ferry Ellis was having accidents. We saw Gaming King was being wiped out. Straw Blonde as well has been involved. Murdoch was the guy I think that was backwards into turn 1. Jess, was she involved or was she just doing some clever avoidance? I think she was just doing some clever avoidance. She's alright. In fact, Straw Blonde's alright as well. And maybe these guys were putting the gravel a bit. Baza's certainly not. He's been heavily damaged. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Brandon has made up 4 positions. Or not 4, he's made up 10 to go up to 4th. Jacko's up 7. There is a lot of position changes here, and right, how many pitters? Only 2 got front wing damage. I guess a lot of the cars did go in there backwards, and a lot of others were just sort of maybe called by a Constantina, but only 2 having to pit. But you know, it's still carnage. But yeah, Indecisive on mediums up into P4. That's a good start. He's ahead of Brandon now. Oh, Beesman already having an accident. Broken front wing, actually. He's got a chance to be overtaken by Moras. I wouldn't recommend this since you're scary, especially when one of the cars has got front wing damage, but he's going for it anyway. And Moras, well, he's turned off into the gravel trap. I don't think that's quite what he was intending, but he hasn't made the move work. Let's just make that clear. Hasn't caused any accidents though, so I guess. Oh god, they both have big damage. It was two heavily damaged cars going for it, and the racing points have hit each other on the straight. You know, we're not in 2017 here, but this is a pit lane. They're going to the pits. I didn't see that Morris went for the pit lane, and that was nearly an accident again. And Morris sends speeds for good measure. Right, is there any actual racing going on, or are we going to keep crashing? Here's Mr. John trying to get himself up into the points on the inside of turn 1, getting past Tudai, who just forgot to turn in. Dexter's on the back of Crazy Fan Rob, trying to get his way back through the field. Every point counts for him here with Straub. Oh! Look out, Beesman! Oh, he's hit him! He didn't see him coming. I mean... oh, I love this game. Has anyone ever heard of ghosting? Oh dear. Poor Beesman, he just got absolutely... It's got destroyed. Okay, well, I was going to say every point counts here for Dexter, but he might have lost a few with that move on, who even was that? I don't even know who did he hit? Was it? It was Rob. Rob held his position. That's incredible, that. I was thinking, was it Daniil, but it couldn't have been him, but no, Rob's actually held position. I mean, he's got half a front wing now, but he's held the position, and he's lost it. But, by the way, Norwich City is just 4.4 seconds clear. Another absolute masterclass from him. I wonder if he might fancy a trip to ILR7 in the not too distant future. So, you see, this is all because I said we wouldn't get carnage, isn't it? I apologise. I didn't realise. I didn't realise that this was what we were going to get today, but, yeah, well... Unfortunate if you are a fan of the Italian teams, only one of them is in the top 5, and it is Brandon, the one who I think actually started the lowest. But, you know, fair enough, it's not about where you start, it's where you finish, and so far, he's kept his nose clean. Has he actually got a point yet in ILR? I keep meaning to check he hasn't scored points, because I know he was... Yeah, he hasn't scored points yet in ILR. This must be his best chance, right? This must be his best chance. Speaking of good chances, we've got a chance for Monkey Meg to get himself up into 2nd place. Jacko has been on podium since season 4, I want to say, or season 5, or whenever it was. I think it was season 4. Could this be his day? With all the shaking up going on through the field, this, you could argue, would be his best opportunity. But yeah, I think Norwich is pretty much checked out unless he has an accident. Oh! Who's that? That is... Who is that? That's... Oh my god! That's Gaming King being launched up into Narnia there by Jess. And Monkey Meg has got past into P2. I am aware that I'm just laughing at this point about every accident because it's just so funny, but... right. Monkey Meg's got that position. He did look faster. I guess Jacko probably wasn't in the mood to try and defend that one. Because he knows if he just stays where he is, he gets a podium. Oh, they're both going off the track! Have they got damage? Did they hit each other or something? Or what in the world happened there? But they both just missed their braking points, I guess. There was no contact earlier on. They just both forgot to turn in. Dexter's got past Brandon. That's important for him. Once again, being the guy that's getting his way through the field. Don't know what the shirts will think about the incident earlier on. You could argue, I guess, that Rob was moving under braking or something. But either way, absolute mess. But, Tom... have you watched what happened in the first 4 laps? I don't know if you only just arrived now, but if you are, rewind lap 1 and come back to me when you've stopped watching it and stop having a laughing fit, because it's been absolutely the most ridiculous first 4 laps you've ever seen. Lap 5 comes in a tad... Oh, wait, that's a good point actually from McMahon. There's still actually 20 cars. Even considering, well, what's happened. Monkey Meg getting back by Jacko again. So Jacko, like I say, just isn't really in the mood to defend this one today. Although he's going to have a good exit here. We'll wait and see what he can do with it. No DRS through Curva Grande, of course, but still a good opportunity for a nice slipstream. Moras has had an accident by the looks of it. We'll try and figure out what happened there, but Jacko, yeah, he doesn't want to risk this. And they're both off again. They've done it again. They're both off again. And Jacko gets by again. And you know what this is doing? This is putting Indecisive up the inside. Good opportunistic driving, but don't spin it! Oh, good save. Good save. I would not want you to spin off because he's having a great race. Indecisive. He's making the strategy work, and that was nearly out the window there. And Norris, at this rate, he's going to lap some people pretty soon. He's got Jess only a few corners ahead, in fact only one corner ahead, and Moras might be the first one to get lapped. But look at this now, we've got a lot going on. We've got two Mercedes now trying to fight. Lap 1, turn 1 was just the start of it, Tom, trust me. I mean, it was probably the most saturation, but the accidents that happened afterwards were like, I mean, you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it all. You've got to watch it all. And there's a lot of them actually lapping Moras. So Moras is pretty much done, even with a safety car. I don't think he'll be able to get unlapped. But will Dexter go for it on his teammate? That's late. That's not going to work. Indecisive misses the corner. Surely Dexter gets by. He does indeed. That'll be cold tyres as well. Or not cold, messy tyres. Looks like 2 days having to go on Murdoch. And we've got Mr. John in there as well. I'm still baffled as to how Murdoch hasn't got any damage. Was it both Ferraris have been launched backwards into corners in this race as Dexter puts himself on the podium now? He's really making... Oh my god! I'm not going to watch you anymore, Indecisive. Like, I want the guy to do well, but he keeps doing that, and it's giving me a heart attack every time I see it. But, yeah, is that both Ferraris then in this race have been sent backwards into corners, collided with other cars, and are still in the race? Luckily Murdoch was, like I say, sent in backwards and only hit the back, so no major damage for him. He's still the second highest guy on medium, so he can still have a chance. Beesman as well, sent in backwards, a bit of damage, but for the most part, yeah, I guess he's alright. But yeah, it's hard to tell how many have got damage. I'm not even going to try and count because it might well be everyone except the race leader at this rate. And look at that, Jacko, you don't want to be that slow on the straight because you're going to get mugged. It's a mugging. But can Monkey Meg make it stick? These guys have been side by side pretty much the whole race, but Jacko does hold on. Indecisive is now back in the picture. And it's Jacko missing that corner again. Oh, Monkey Meg is. They must be getting close to penalties, these guys, because I swear to God they've missed that corner every lap. At least Monkey Meg has. Every time I've seen him trying to attempt the corner. Oh! Okay, that was just a slide. I thought there was an accident there for a second. Now, the big question, really, is Dexter in any way quicker? Is anyone in any way quicker than Norris? Because he's just flying along. What's happened? Was there yellow flags there? I'm not seeing any reason for it. So I just hopped over the chicane. But is anyone quick enough to catch this guy? Because he really has just shown up today and absolutely dominated. Pole position by nearly half a second. And yeah, well, the rest is history. Rob is out. Rob is out. So we have our first retirement. Somehow it took 9 laps. And McMahon in the chat there is just saying that it was Moras that caused the crash at the start. So I take it he's the one that sent the Ferrari backwards then. Was it Beesman he sent backwards? And it just... chaos. Chaos. I don't actually know Norwich City's name. All I know is he's Norwich. So sorry about that. I'll get his name afterwards. And I'll tell you next week if he's still in the league at this point, or listen, in this tier, I mean. No, is Monkey Man going to make this? Oh, well, now they're just cutting it for fun, aren't they? But yeah, I don't see if Jacko can get by again this time. We'll see if he can, but yeah. Now, I don't know Norwich City's name. He's reserved, that's all I know, and I think he won last week as well. So maybe not quite soon for this tier. We'll see in this spot from Waste keeps saying he wants to come back to ILR8, or well, I say come to ILR8 for I think the first time. They could do with Swapperoo. I wouldn't be at all opposed to that. Here's Speedwood on the outside into Ascari. That's a risky one, but he's made it work before he got to the corner, so nicely done there. It looks like Indecisive hasn't quite got the pit. Oh, he's off. Speedwood. Oh my god. Brandon's out as well. It's all kicking off again. And that's just a mess. That is a complete mess. Strawblonde took so long to get back on the track there. And I think he still hasn't got any damage, so he's been involved in all sorts of accidents. Jack has got a penalty. Oh! No, it's Speedwood has just gone into Mr. John. Now his front wing flying, and that's on the straight again. I don't really know what's going on at this point. Has there been more? Where did Brandon go, by the way? Was he in here? I don't know. He was somewhere. There's a lot of pitters though. Jack got a penalty. Yes, this is going to be a front line change. It's probably going to be a lot of front line changes, I imagine, in these pit stops. Ah, man. Just. This could be a day where we see the craziest sort of standings you'll ever see in an ILR race. This has been the first 9 laps. I mean, quite frankly, absolute carnage. There's no other way to sort of say it. Look at this. Gaming Kane's just stuck in here, and he's going to fall way down. So Ferrari is going to get by him. Jess and Morash is a bit too far back. Norris might fancy a wee pit stop now, you know, take a cup of tea as well while he's in there. He can probably chillax for a bit. No speeding, so he's kept that one good. Is Dexter and Monkey Meg, are they going to pit? Jacko could make an undercut work here, but it's so hard to make a 5-second gap with a speeding penalty, so he might be in trouble a little bit still. And these guys are really making sure to get it slowed down. Indecisive should now take the lead of the Grand Prix. I don't know if Norris had a penalty or something. Maybe I just thought at a bad moment. But it's Murdoch staying out. A lot of them staying out, I guess. And Indecisive leading the race. Right. Where's Jacko in all this? He's going to feel quite bad about this. Being behind. Dexter as well. Really got slowed down in there. He's way back. He'll probably catch it up again though. He seems to have the pace. But Jacko... He's made the undercut, but he's got by 2 cars, and he's gonna lose out on penalties probably to that. So Norwich now has to try and get by Murdoch. Will he send the Ferrari backwards? I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. These first few laps have been nothing short of carnage. I hope Jack Gooden isn't watching this, because he's not going to be impressed. I can tell you that much. I really hope he doesn't watch this one back. But, yeah. Oh, man. I've never seen anything like it. There's Norwich going back past. I don't know about Ray McMahon. I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't ask either. Sort of forgot to ask. But, well, I'm sure we'll know about rain when it starts to fall from the sky. If it starts to fall from the sky. And it looks like Ferry Ellis has just lost a lot of positions there. Well, 2, but I mean, 2's a lot. I'm baffled as to how Beesman's going to still end up being in the... And Strawblonde are still going to end up being in the points when all these pit stops are done and over with. Let's have a look at position changes for now. I mean... It's just like... It's a mess. It's a complete mess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to make of this. I just do not know what to make of it. I don't know what you all make it of this, but yeah, this is a confusing race. I must say, Daniil easily overtaken there by Beesman. Strawblonde should still follow. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask to get him. Oh, into the top 4, and that was nearly an accident. And he went straight into Daniil. Wouldn't have been the first time he's been involved in an accident today. The championship hopeful. I tell you what, Splinter's going to be watching this and absolutely loving life, because he's seeing all the championship contenders in a bit of trouble. Although Baza making his way back up the field now, he actually could well still be on for a decent finish. because he's on the hards. They will probably go to the end if he can nurse them. But we'll wait and see on that. Ferry Ellis has got 10 laps of softs, so you'd imagine that we will see a decent length of time on the hards. Hopefully the rest of the race for Baz's sake. Pitters. Or at least one pitter. 2 die. That could actually be for hards, that. 2 more surprise. Yeah, it's hards. So that's interesting. Monkey Meg gets by again. Will Jacko ever defend his position? That is the real question here, because he's looking... He's not... He was looking at a podium before it all went wrong with a penalty. That penalty's going to haunt him. Norwich, by the way, has been catching up to the back of Indecisive and is preparing to move soon. So look out for that, unless, of course, Indecisive pits first. DRS for Jacko, but it's just not enough. Not enough at the minute. As a strop lawn, a bit of contact there with 2 die. This just not going his way today. It just is not happening. As 2 die nearly has an accident there on the grass. That's not the way you want to be hitting that corner. But a real messy day for him so far. Arguably none of it's been his fault, but yeah, quite like I say, how he's going to end up with points at the end of this. As it stands, I don't know, but I must say, Dexter's looking decent here. He really is. To put himself in the championship hunt, and Baza, if he can keep this up as well, putting himself back in it. There could be a 4-way fight next week at Singapore, and for the rest of the season, hopefully. Surely Strop Lawn should be able to get past on this next straight. DRS. There it goes. Overtake ERS. There he goes. No contact this time. Up into P9. And Norwich just caught. Oh, Jacko's off the track. Any damage? Or he's just taken too many liberties possibly on that chicane, because he's been quite a big culprit of it. But yeah, he's back to where he would have been, I guess, with the penalties. But the podium is stepping away from. Although I'm saying a net podium, we don't know what these guys on the mediums are going to do later on when they go on to potentially the softs. I assume softs. Anyway, let's see Norwich try and get the lead back before Indecisive makes his pit stop. Yeah, I'm going to count that as before. And he's sped as well. Now, is that going to be for hards as well? Are they going to go medium to hard? Or are they just not confident enough to go medium to soft? Or, it's not going to get to the end, is it? We'll wait and see, but I don't really expect that to make it to the end. He should have done a couple more laps possibly, but let's see where he comes out, because he was the highest runner on the ultimate strategy. Does Baza make a place up, or is he just too far back? He's just way too far back. He might have a chance of getting Murdoch, but certainly not Indecisive. But yeah. Yeah, he probably will get Murdoch, because that's 8 seconds to the leader. Yeah. Mr. John getting to Neil, who's yeah, he's way behind. He's got that front wing damage, has he? Or has he got it changed? He had it changed actually. Sorry, that's my bad. Or he didn't have it changed actually. Was it? Oh, it was his teammate. Sorry, it was Rob had damage. Sorry, got them mixed up again. I wish we could count how much money has been wasted in this race. Like, think about it. The amount of carnage that's happened today. I need a break. I don't know what to talk about now. Genuinely, because we're still waiting for all the pit stops to happen. The race is nearly over. It's incredible how quickly it's going by. We've only got 12 laps to go. I do say that these Monza races are quick ones. And yeah, Daniil is just falling through the pack now. Oh, is that his name? Sam for Norwich. I hadn't checked, you see. Gaming King is gonna pass Daniil as well. I was going to say, well, what could have been for Gaming King? What could have been for 99% of the field apart from Norwich, really? Like I say, I haven't counted how many drivers were involved in the Turn 1 accident, but I want to say at least half the field were compromised, at least in that, and he was unfortunately one of them. He was the first guy to get hit. It looked more like an open lobby, sadly, than it did a league race, but well, hold on, let's not wish bad luck on him. How about Norwich doesn't get killed or something, and he wins this race and gets promoted, and so that means we're all winners. That means we don't have to watch him dominate every race, because he would lap the whole field probably in Singapore, knowing what his pace is like in a minute. And yeah, he would fit well in ILR7, I think. Speaking of which, isn't it weird that we go from the shortest race of the year here in Monza to the longest race of the year in Singapore next? I always find it weird. This is 27 laps for a league race, and Singapore's got 31. Like, someone wanna explain? So Baza P6, Dexter P3. So yeah, let me just tell you what that would do for the championship standings. Because currently Strawblonde's only going to score 2 points, so he's going to go to within 10 of his teammate Splinter. But Baza, with the 8 points he gets, will go back into contention with 20 points out. And Dexter with 15 to 14 out. So it should be a 4-way fight for this championship. Top 4 separated by 20 points as it stands if the race were to finish right now. Very interesting stuff. While they're saying that, we could see a bit more happening here, because look at this. This is Murdoch on new tires, getting past his teammates. Right on the outside, sending each other going backwards again. They're not going to, because they're smart. They're not going to kill each other. Well, they are looking a bit snaky. This could give Strawblonde a good chance. He's got way more grip than Beesma, even though they're on the same age tyres. Will he get by Murdoch as well? This will get him to 6 points rather than 2, put him to within 6 of his teammate, if he can get this, although I have a feeling he probably won't. Oh, he's going to have an accident! I've cursed him! He's going to pit. Oops. Can you hear the jet engine? Because I know you're asking about it. Can you hear the jet engine? Because if you can't hear it, then I guess it isn't doing too badly. But if you can hear it, then sorry. That's not even that loud. You probably can't hear it, actually. Right, anyway, Strawblonde. He's going to score no points. I don't see it. And so that would mean that Dexter would be within 2 points of him. I think Mr. John might have just had a little look on Speedwood, or maybe the other way around. Oh, you can easily hear it. Frick. Oh, Ferrell is on track. That's what the yellow flag was for. As the two Friars get by, and they are looking pretty close to each other still. Indecisives on the back of Jacko now. So it looks like the strategy is working out for the Mercedes driver. He should get DRS on the next straight. What's his points tally so far? Because I think this would be far and away his best finish. He's only got 3 points so far. This would be to put him on to 15 overall, with 12 today, and he could even get a fast lap with that as well. Let's see what he can do. Not using his ERS though, for some reason. Yeah, Tom, I wish I could say that the sound is planes, but you could hear some planes earlier on in the stream. But, yeah. I wish it was planes that was causing this noise. Paid like 300 quid for this thing, and it's got the same issue that the last one had. Even though it literally says on the box, this shouldn't have any jet engine issues. It doesn't literally say that, but you know, this is literally the model which is designed to not make noises. I do, Tom, yeah, I've got the latest Pro. It's the Red Dead Pro. which was the only way you could get the newest model at the time. There's probably a different new model now, but the point is, this is the first one that really tried to fix the fan, and it hasn't, evidently. 0 out of 10, never buy. Although it does give 1080p 60 frames streaming, so I don't have much good internet though. There's probably a bit of grain on this, so honestly, am I regretting getting this thing? Actually no, because the last PlayStation was way louder than this. Jess is a 5-second penalty, but here is Indecisive finally going for the move. Oh, he hesitated, but he has done it. Little bit of contact. Nah, I've just avoided it. Jacko down to 5th. Gaming Kings just got his Speedwood. There was a yellow flag. I don't know who for. Could have been too important. We probably would have seen chaos. Oh, your Slim's quieter. Should have got that then, shouldn't I? Frick. But I tell you what, PS5 better not have this problem, because if it does, I'm not getting it. Okay, that's a bit too harsh. Ooh, I wonder what F1 is going to be like on the PS5. I also wonder, will I still be sat in my room commentating when the PS5 comes out? That'd be quite sad, wouldn't it? I'm not saying I don't want to commentate, I'm just saying that it's weird to think that this time of the year I could still be sitting there doing the exact same thing. No proper race circuits are Northern Ireland, you see, so I can't really, you know, go somewhere to compensate. Ireland, however, could strive there. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. We've got a fight for P10 here. John looking for his first points ever in ILR. Yeah, you're funny, Tom. You're very funny. But look at this. Gaming King is going to go for this. He should have the speed to get ahead before the corner entry, so he should be alright there. What about Speedwood, though? I don't know why Speedwood fell so down. Maybe he was the yellow flag, but I thought he would just got by Mr. John, but oh well. And yeah, Gaming King's gone. He's away. I'm probably not going to go to uni next year, Tom. Might do a tech course, media one, just to help out. Because you can get decent apprenticeships with radio and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm not going to get the grades for uni. I'm not going to lie. Shouldn't really surprise you with that. Here's Speedwood. Is he going to go right around the outside? Is he going to go for the embarrasser? No, he's not. Straw Blonde getting by Shabs, but I just don't see him getting any points at this stage. Especially if Shabs tries to get back past, which he might well do, although he just didn't get the exit he was looking for. No, Tom, I haven't got FIFA yet. I have resisted it, and I'm very happy that I've resisted it, because it's an absolutely terrible looking game. And I have not got any interest in playing it. So yeah, well, I imagine you've got FIFA. Is it as bad as they say it is? I'm not buying it, like, but is it as bad as they say it is? Could be interested to know. And here comes Speedwood, outside again. It's doing that same old trick that Gaming King did. And well, Mr. John, what he might have is a tire life. He might be able to come back at these guys later on if their tires start to fall off. Is there a way back past though? Oh, no way. Not at the minute. Well, you're saying people have small memories, Tom. Is it as in they're bringing up problems that have always been problems, or are they trying to? Because it's just pretty much a reskin, isn't it? Again, which is like why I'm not getting it. Like for once, I say every year I'm not gonna get FIFA. It's gonna be exactly the same, and I'm not gonna like it. And for once, I've actually went through it. I'm assuming everyone always says that, and most people don't do it. But yeah. Okay, McMatton's really angry about career mode. He doesn't like Fortnite either. Fortnite's a good game. At least it was a good game. I mean, I still play it every now and then. Alright, I forgot how bad the previous skins were. Okay, right, I get you, yeah. Well, 18 and 19 were frankly horrendous. The last semi-decent FIFA was 17, in my opinion. But I'm assuming people are starting to say that 19 was good. I'm assuming 20 then would be just as bad as 18 and 19. Which is, yeah. I'm going to say I'm justified then in not getting the game. Anyway, look at this. All this rambling, and there's a fight per second about to start. Stop going on about that Allison. I'm still furious about that Allison. 80k, brought him for 80k the same day, or maybe the next day. He went all the way down to 20k and he never went back up. Well, will Dexter be able to get himself up to P2? Because if he does, I think this will put him to within 10 points of, 11 points of our championship leader, and he would actually put himself into second in the standings. You know, I kept saying this guy's a bit of an underdog, that you should be looking out for him, and it looks like my prophecies are coming true, if he can get by, that is. See, I'm with McMahon. GT Sports is all I play now, and this, I guess, for commentary. I don't race on it, but yeah, only 2 games to sort of play properly. But here comes Dexter. It's an easy overtake in the end. I don't know if Monkey Red got a per exit, he was just not trying, but he's 1.7 off the pace at the minute. Really struggling. Fast lap, by the way, is to Norwich by miles. Does he make that corner, Dexter? He just about does, but that's not going to be the most optimal line. Will Monkey Meg have a chance? No. How's the what, Tom? Is there an imaginary girl that I don't know about? You need to explain more. Right. Well, while Tom tries to talk about this girl that apparently I have, let me quickly try and look at the position changes and try and explain how we got to this, because I need to do a bit of a recap, because we've got quite a lot of viewers probably wondering what the hell's going on. It's about to go to lap 25. Norwich has led it from the start. He's been pretty dominant, all going quite well. But Dexter, he's had a decent day. He's made light of all the incidents and just been, yeah, working away at it. Not getting involved with anything, and it's working out. He's P2, looking to go to P2 in the championship. Monkey Meg, third, again, picked through the chaos. Indecisive, went with the alternate strategy, and again, picked his way through the chaos, didn't get involved. Jacko, that's quite a mad day. He's been all over the show. He's been cutting every chicane, but again, avoided the chaos at the start. He's been rewarded. Baza was actually involved in the chaos at the start, and oh, there's more chaos. Is that Mr. John? Has he met his end? Or has he just been off the track? He might have just been off the track. Baza got damaged at the start in the pile-up, but got away, went into hards, is now trying to challenge Murdoch, who was sent flying into turn 4, I think, by Dexter. I think it was more just a oh, sorry, no, he was hit by Rob flying into him, and then he was catapulted round as well as a result. Bateman as well was hit by Morris into turn 1, I think, and spun off into turn 1 backwards, caused a 7, 8, 9, 10 car pile up. That's how all this started, and that's why there's so many cars down. Gaming King started on the front row. Straw Blonde started on the second row. Yeah, you'd need to watch it back, I think, to try and work this all out. Oh, right, that girl. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because I'd mentioned a girl that I liked in my leaving league racing thing. I haven't spoke to her yet because I'm scared. There you go. Story of my life. Yeah. Is that what you needed? Is that what you needed there, Tom? We're not talking about FIFA again. That lasted long. Right, 2 laps to go. We've got Norwich. Well, I think by the sign of it, there are a few people who want to hit the wall in a minute, but I don't think it's going to happen. Certainly, what do you call him? Forgot the championship leader's name. What's his name? Spencer. Certainly Spencer won't want that to happen. Right, listen, it's not easy to pluck up courage. Especially, I've never even spoke to her before. That's a real issue, actually. And that's probably the main issue, Tom. So, I'm better just leaving it. Anyway, enough of that. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Although nothing really has happened in the last 10 laps. I've been very good at rambling, in case you haven't noticed. Right. Well, that's... Oh, no! Indecisive's been off. Has he spun it? Or what? Because he's now in real trouble. His tyres are going to be overheating like mad. No! He was on for such a good finish. He still is on for a really good finish. Stream unavailable. What the frick? It's still up! What the hell? Right. I've got a solution for this.